For listeners, in New Orleans, the longest time the newspaper of choice was the Times-Picayune.
Yep.
Yes.
It was the Times-Picayune.
Now
It got
defunct.
bought out by the Advocate out of Baton Rouge, and now it's that. So sure, yeah, why not? There's the line and whatever else. Just to state out fact, I think all four of us have ridden Tiannas by now, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so we all have some things that we can discuss. We know this is a changeover from Splash Mountain. We know there's no mountains in the Bayou, and yet here we are. And so, what do you guys think?
Even worse in person.
No.
I'm sorry, man. I'll give him this bit of credit. Like the Bayou scene when you're going through outside was kind of nice. When you're not seeing, when you're right in the water, is that you're about ready to enter into the ride, right until you get to that horrible picket fence kind of. I don't know.
Yeah,
that fence with.
The vegetables, like you're part of the garden.
Yeah, it's like these painted foods on there. Like it's very school fairish.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Like the farm area kind of thing.
But when you're going through there, they do a good job of making it look like a bayou and everything like that. I did like that. I did like the fireflies throughout the ride. But I mean, man, there were just long stretches of the ride where it was just nothing to look at.
Yeah.
Just nothing. Like, and then you're traveling to see all these different musicians. Like, oh, we need them for the party. Oh, we need them for the party. We need them for how many fucking musicians do you need for this party?
As many alligators as they could pull, apparently.
Like, there's going to be no room for the people. It's going to be like 25 musicians. Fortunately, they found rodents and little itty bitty insect musicians. So I guess they can all fit, but it's like,
yeah, Roach Motel's where they stand at. Yes.
The animatronics were nice, but when they worked, there was at least two of them, maybe more that I could think of that weren't working. I like the finale scene. I did like that because it does give it a little bit more of a scope of depth and you see a lot more people and everything like that.
Yeah, the only issue with our particular experience the first time was that Tiana's face was frozen.
Yes.
In that finale scene, if you remember.
Lewis was not working for sure.
Right, yeah.
There may have been more.
But it was a great scene. It was a great scene.
It was.
Yeah. And you know what, though? I know some people say this, the part where you're supposed to know you shrink. I know, like Josh said this, and
it used to be the laughing floor, yeah.
Well,
you're supposed to shrink.
You're supposed to shrink, and there has to be a better way to translate that, like while you're there.
No one knew.
Yeah, because all you get some speech from Mama Odie, and that was it. You're in the laughing place.
Unless I'm misremembering it, like, don't you like do like so like everyone's talking when that scene happens. Yeah, where Mama Odie says what she's going to do, because I think you just come off of a drop.
Yeah,
and because everyone's still reacting to that drop, you miss what she says, so you have no idea what just happened.
And it's not piped in very strongly either.
No.
So I mean,
no, that's fair. Yeah, that's not very clear. You know, that's a fair point, Danny, because that the laughing place thing part of the ride is a fun little coaster element. You know, where you get a dip where you don't expect a water ride to do. So yeah, people are, they're surprised, they're shocked as they're reacting, they're laughing, whatever else. So yeah, I could totally see how they can miss a key line in the story.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it's very, very key. And then by the time you are going up for like the big drop, or, like you get the light shine in your face. She's like, okay, well, you're big now. Like, I didn't even know I was small.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it didn't translate well at all. You hear a lot about how awesome these musicians are, and you're like, they're just playing generic music that isn't all that catchy. It's not like we're listening to anything great. Yeah. Nothing like Zippity Doo-Dah or everyone's
almost there. I think is like the one. Like right when you're done.
Yeah, that's not what they're playing.
No, they did a unique.
No, towards the end. I'm saying like
toward the end is the original tune that they did for this ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no, she was like, oh, these guys are the bee's knees, and these guys can jam, and these guys can play, and everything like that. I'm like, they're all playing the same music in just slightly different formats, and it's not even all that great of a song.
So here's my thing with it. And I'm a little worried about, especially given they've released footage about Muppets taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. A lot of it's this. I don't even want to say retheming. It's just wallpapering,
hashing
the exact same ride to just to fit whatever you're trying to put in.
It's a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, it's a fresh coat of paint. So when I wrote it, it's like it's still a fun experience as far as log flumes go. If you take it as just a log flume without the Disney story, it's just like a Six Flags. It's a fun little track and everything else. So you get wet, it's great. But if you're plussing it with the Disney story and everything else, it just doesn't really captivate me as much. It didn't really just like throw me. I'm not just. I don't want to say it was bad, but it definitely wasn't. I walked out of there like I remember asking. We were all talking about what we felt like, and I was just like, it's still a fun log flume, but at the same time, well, you know, the story is lost in some places.
It's very to your point. When we went back, I purposely didn't say anything because I didn't want to give anybody any negative opinions, and so
preconceived notions.
Yeah, exactly. So when we wrote it with my mom and dad and Lily, Anna doesn't like being dropped, so she sat out. So we got on there and they were asking me in line, what's the new ride about and everything like that. And I'm like, well, see if you can figure it out. I mean, that's the whole idea is like, you know, you should be able to walk away. Lily was the one person that walked away and said, well, she's trying to get musicians to play at a party. And I said, yes, that's exactly right. My mom and dad didn't catch
for free.
But Lily also did not catch that she had shrunk down. My mom and dad didn't catch that. She didn't catch that at all. So at least she picked up on what the story was. But all three unanimously were like, that wasn't very good. That wasn't as fun as the original. It wasn't funny either. Like, you know, you have those great comedic moments on the Splash Mountain one where Brer Fox has his tail, the alligator's biting his tail or something,
the bear butt.
Yeah, you get the bear butt, and he's like, you know, hanging in the net and everything like that. I mean, they did try to revive that gag where you see Lewis's butt, so you go from bear butt to gator butt, but there was no other scene meant to be
gator butt.
Funny.
What?
It wasn't. It was just like, all right, guys, we're moving this one. It was very Showbiz Pizza-ish. Like, okay, let's watch this 5 robots play music and move on to the next scene. There's more robots playing music,
and that's fair. I mean, again, maybe having the theme being trying to put the party together, and you know, having Tiana in different parts. That's really what everybody would show.
Well, one minute you're looking for food, 1 minute you're looking for the band, 1 minute like different little things like that would have helped. That definitely would have helped.
Yeah, and it had moments where you're like, okay, well, the voices sounded authentic. It had its parts, but it were just how do you say? It was kind of
disjunct.
Disjunct. Because I was like, jarring's not the right word because you would be in there, but then there were other parts that would take you out. And I remember the part, like you said, like you see the fence and then like the painted like ingredients, and I was like, well, see, that's the thing. If you know what the ride is before that, it's heavily detailed. It doesn't skimp on anything. So you have that
There's so much to see.
Exactly. You have that same expectation, especially on a newer IP. And I just kind of think like it took like a cheap way out on some parts where they really could have embellished a lot more and then made that ride what it could have been and made us like forget it was like salt mines and like painted tomatoes.
It's Frozen Ever After. It's really what it is.
No, yeah, that's exactly right. And the thing is, like, you know, I know it's the same ride system, but do something with the story doesn't remind me of the old ride system.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, take me out of that.
I think the story is pretty weak, but I do